former Transnet executives, seniors at Regiments and Trillian, all being charged with up to 93 million rand in money laundering following events that took place at Transnet regarding the locomotives deal. I'm joined now by Sindisiwe, Seboka, the NPA spokesperson, after the significant arrest. Cindy, let's just talk a little bit about that history. 93 million has been found to have been laundered. How did this come about?
So this came about through investigations that were authorized by the ID director. Upon looking at the flow of funds and looking at what exactly transpired in Transnet, this matter was then looked at, and a dedicated team from the Hawks, which are reassigned to the ID, were then put on to look at to exactly what transpired. What we also did is that we got senior financial investigators on to assist in this particular investigation, hence us finally getting here at arrest and a first appearance.
There are some very big names that have been mentioned in this case. Eric Wood, Siyabonga, Gama. Their involvement directly in this, how did we link those people?
So obviously, without getting too deep into the details, because this is a first appearance after all, but what we can say is that the senior former Transnet executives are accused of breaching the Public Finance Management Act for signing off on the release of about the 93.4 million to Trillian Asset Management in 2016 for similar work that was already done by another company earlier on in that year, where they were paid over 100 million for the same work. So what we're saying is that Transnet was allegedly, through our court papers submitted today, was allegedly defrauded of about 93.4 million for absolutely nothing.
Often when we get to this point, the concern is the NPA ready for trial? Trial has been set to the 13th of July. Do you feel like you have a very strong case?
So the 13th of July is not trial. However, the 13th of July is the next appearance for when we're going to be adding further accused. What we're essentially saying is we're building on this particular case. Investigations are at an advanced stage. However, when we return on the 13th, we'll be able to then state if those are the final accused that we're adding or not.
Sindisiwe, Seboka, thank you for your time there telling us about this first appearance of senior executives from Transnet, former senior executives of Transnet, executives of Trillian and Regiments Capital, all of which have been named, and the extent of the capture outlined in the state capture report of recent times. However, this investigation dates back to before the state capture report happened, and so we await to hear more from them on the 13th of July.